Hey y'all, it's your girl Chalalu back with another travel story time. And y'all know I've been anticipating to tell y'all my best travel adventures so far. And I have to say, we are going to be talking about Jamaica. Y'all man. I gotta say, Jamaica is my best travel vacation so far as an African American woman because their culture didn't disappoint. Their food didn't disappoint. The atmosphere didn't disappoint. Everything just was up to par and really set the standard for all my future trips. It did. I felt like a sister. Once I landed, they was Yaman, beautiful queen. Like I just felt so good on my vacation, and I think that's how everyone should feel. So that's why I do recommend and go so hard for Jamaica, because I had no bad vibes whatsoever. And for this trip, I did go with another one of my best friends, my girlfriends, and we had a time. When I say we had a time, we did. We made the most out of our 5 days and 4 nights. And we flew United. It was a direct flight, and it was about like 3 hours and some change long. We took an afternoon flight. The airport was organized. We wasn't in the customs line, out of a reasonable time, maybe like 30 minutes, got us in, got us out. And then they also have those passport machines where you can scan it and it takes a picture of you and prints a nice little ticket. Like, it was super organized. And that was the first time me seeing like a passport machine. Mind you, this vacation was really a graduation vacation to me, but it had got postponed due to COVID. And so really it was like a delayed vacation. Probably like at least, it was like we were supposed to go October and then we ended up going in May. So this was literally about a year ago that I had this trip. And May was a beautiful time to go. I do recommend. The weather was great. It wasn't too like hot. Still had a little breeze. And it was a lot of things to do. It was also, I feel like, a festive time. Maybe not the most festive time where they do carnival and stuff, because I believe that's earlier in the year. Or they do have stuff in the summer. I believe in July they have like Dreamville. So like that's another time y'all possibly could get into a lot of things if y'all choose to go to Jamaica. But yeah, I feel like we also did great by choosing a good resort. Like the resort we chose was the Montego Bay. So yes, we flew to Montego Bay, and primarily I'm talking about my Montego Bay Jamaican experience. And I have to say, if I do want to go back, and I would like to see other parts of Jamaica. That's how much of an impression it had made on me. So Montego Bay, Montego Bay, I felt like was budget friendly. That's why we went with it. It was off the beach again. The reviews were good on it, and I believe they had like remodeled it in the past couple years too. But we chose that one because not only is it a popular chain, Riu is like in multiple countries, but that specific one, because there was 3. I believe there was 3 in the Montego Bay location, and they're like all next to each other. But we chose that specific one because it had the younger crowd based off the reviews and what we did see, and it had, I feel like, the most like youthful activities. And it had the most lit like stuff to do, pool parties, pool bars, performances on the little stage they had, little meetups. Yeah, there was always things to do throughout the day at this resort, and they was organized. They had a room ready when we landed. Like, the food was good. I had a new passion and appreciation for Jamaican food just by eating on the resort, but then it, you know, increased when I got off the resort. So yeah, plantains. They had a very diverse buffet, plantains, and then we weren't limited to just the buffets. It's not like we was ration out meal tickets like I've experienced before, and was capped out on the amount of places, restaurants we could go on the resort. It was the complete opposite. Like, they always had some food, whether it was like by the pool, they grilling stuff, or room service, or like I said, they have multiple restaurants, and you can just get on the wait list if you didn't reserve ahead of time. Like, I believe there was a good amount of restaurants. It was like at least like four or five, but you know, you can look it up to just be more precise. The only thing, the cons I would say about this resort is it's really just two. I would say it's walkable. It is a walkable resort. They don't have no go-karts or anything. The beds could have been softer. I will show y'all the room. And they don't have elevators. And I feel like a lot of the resorts I've been to don't have elevators, so this isn't out of the norm now. But when I first encountered it, I was like, oh yeah, they don't have elevators, so you will, you know, need to be lifting that luggage and going up some stairs, getting your little cardio, you know what I'm saying? So just be prepared for that. But yeah, we had a time just on the resort. It was great. And then, like I said, there's two other resorts around us that had like an older crowd, and if they had younger crowd, what I did like that Ryu welcomed us to go to the different resorts. If we would, you know, were curious or wanted to, you know, explore, we could do that, and we could partake in like those activities as well. Unless they had, unless you needed like that certain pass, because we would get those wristbands saying, you know, our specific resort name. But let me break down the itinerary for y'all. So, like I said, we landed. We took a taxi to get to the Rio. They had our room ready. That same day, day one, we did mainly like resort exploring, and oh, my skin is getting pretty dang.
I can drop that skincare regimen real quick for you.
Okay, let me get, but as I was saying, transportation to our resort, it was no kind of skepticism using a taxi from the airport. And to add, not only did Jamaica offer taxis, they also have private drivers and Uber, which was pretty reliable. Like I said, day one, we explored really the resort. We got into some of the resort activities. I believe right when we got to our rooms, we changed and we got in our swimsuits and went to the pool bar. And y'all know that Jamaica has its like country drink, I want to say it's the country drink, rum punch. So we had to try out this rum punch. We had to try the rum punch out. So that's what we did all trip, basically. Tried all that rum punch. And yeah, the bartenders did not disappoint, because like when I say I want a sweet shot, they understood the assignments. Give me a sweet shot. Give me a sweet drink. That may surprise me. Like, they had that creativity off the dome. And I appreciated that. In the service, like I said, I didn't have bad vibes with none of the workers at the resort. and I didn't feel like I was being followed or anything like that. Day one, okay, let me finish day one. So yeah, we, mingling at the pool bar, getting to know the resort better. We even got to see the beach. The beach was nice, little calm waves. Like you could literally fall asleep in the freaking lounge chairs off the beach. And there's just so much chocolate. There's so much chocolate around you. It's very eye-opening experience, at least for me, because I grew up in y'all don't know, but I did grow up in a more diverse area. So yeah, I was just like, whoa, this is nice. This is real nice. And the accents, I was just taking it all in.
Like all this mask on it.
Wow. Oh, the sand, you just rub it on there.
Take it out, clean it off.
Oh, wow. That
shell is like real pretty.
But you take him out, he gonna die.
No, every take him out, we eat the mud cum. We eat the mustard.
That is pretty shell.
Guess what? We use it there. The mustard inside.
Yeah.
We cook it and eat it.
Okay.
Yeah, good for the
yeah, take them out.
Protein, good protein.
Take the shell. No, I'm just kidding.
You said take the critter out, we'll keep the shell.
Yeah.
I believe we didn't go out that night. We just wanted to rest it for our long excursion for day 2. That was our excursion day, and it was literally like a 12-hour excursion. So we left at like 8 and probably was coming back around 8. Or left at 7, was coming back around at 7, something like that. And this excursion we booked on, I believe, TripAdvisor, but there's also Vider. It was on both Vider and TripAdvisor websites. And it was called Chuka Excursions. And with Chuka Excursions, it has packages and different types of excursions you can do, but it's hosted at a excursion park. It's all at excursion park, and it's like a 30-minute drive from our resort. So it includes shuttle pickup and drop off, which I did like. And I was very impressed with this excursion park because they was telling us a little history that it was built on a sugar plantation, and they, like, part of the experience, so we did book the 5 activities for our little package, and it came with horseback riding, ATVs, zip lining, and catamaran/snorkeling. So yes, it was an action-packed day. And like I said, I was impressed with this excursion park because while you're waiting for, your activities to start, if there was a time gap between when you can meet your group for the next activity, you can chill at there was another pool bar there. You could chill, you can mingle with other people, mingle with the tour guides. It was such a friendly environment. It was organized. They had lockers to lock your stuff up. I just felt like they always kept it real clean. I feel like Jamaican people, I don't know if it's in their nature, but they seem very clean people. And that's another thing that impressed me. But with the horseback riding, I was amazed. I'm a Texas girl. Texas girl doing Jamaica things. Wow, wow, wow. And I never rode a horse. I mean, there was a route they took that was on land, and it was nice. They were showing us, like I said, the plantation history. And they were showing us all the different fruits. But what I was amazed by was the part of the route where we take our day clothes off and we have our swimsuits under. So we have our swimsuits on, and they tell us to get on these different horses that are trained to swim in the water. They're trained to swim in the water, so we get on these water horses, and that horse literally could swim. Like, its head was like this in the water, head above the water, and the feet was like horse paddling. And it's not dog paddling. I've seen horse paddling, and that just blew my mind. Hey, these horses are just strong and beautiful. And me and my friend was having the time of our life. We was low-key like, well, she was low-key scared, but I was low-key like exhilarated. I was like, I was saying, yeah, Texas girls in the house, Texas girls. And Victoria over here playing with us, like, yeah, keep going, keep following the trail. What you doing? Don't get too carried away. And don't fall off your horse, because it could be very easy, because like we didn't have anything to really grip onto. It was like a very small netted harness with nothing to grab onto. You had to use your leg strength to stay on that horse and squeeze, okay? So just keep that in mind. If y'all do horseback riding, y'all will have the opportunity to go in the water, and y'all should definitely do it. And then from there, we have the ATVs, which was also a great experience. They took us through like the jungle. Like I said, this place is built on a large piece of land, a plantation. So like in the back is their village area. And so we got to see some of the village people. They were so beautiful. They were so beautiful. Like, Jamaicans have great skin. I gotta say that. Jamaicans have great skin. I love just their products. I just felt like I could be my naturalist self out there, and like I said, you would just be so embraced and so welcome. That was just, it was a great experience to see as a, you know, like a first time adult traveler. It was great. Did the ATVs, and for this one, it wasn't like we had so much dirt flying at us, so that we needed like glasses, but you can wear the glasses and like bandana if you choose to. And then from there, we did zip lining, which is, it was quite different. Like, I've done zip lining before, but I'd never done it in like a jungle environment. So, I mean, we wasn't deep in the jungle, but like we was hoisted up. We had to climb the ladder to get on top of these hoisted up platforms, wooden platforms, and it kind of looked like little treehouse platforms. You know what I'm saying? Like what a treehouse would be built on. And there was like 5 or 6 of the platforms, and they would make like a maze. And so we have our harness on. Like I said, their people are so friendly. They just chuckling with us. They did ensure our safety, and they explained things very well. And so, yeah, we didn't feel, that kind of put us at ease with the whole zip lining, because like I'm not afraid of heights, but you know, it's something new. It's something new for me. So yeah, we was a little nervous, but when they explained it, that did calm our nerves. And yeah, we made a best out of that. What I did like about the zip lining was that it did have another opportunity to get in the water. So again, we have our swimsuits on, and then at the end, you can take your day clothes off and zip line into the water. Y'all heard what I said? Zip line into the water.
Legs up, go.
It's not deep in the water you're going. It's very like surface level, so they advise to like wear your water shoes, and everything else, yeah, you take off. So yeah, they did a countdown for us, and we descended to the water, and it's like a nice speed. It's a nice calm speed. and we're sitting in the harness and we're like, cheese it. We were some adventurous babes, I gotta say. And then we ended off with a little celebration, you know what a catamaran is. Well, I didn't know what a catamaran is until I went to Jamaica. I didn't know what that was, but it's basically a type of boat, and usually they do parties on that boat. So it's really like a party boat. But it's a type of boat, yes. And also with the catamaran, included endless, rum punch. And it had like not only us, but it had the crew, it had other travelers, so we was mingling with them. They was putting on us to their music, which I appreciated. They like Jamaicans love Afro beats. That's another thing I just did not know, but I love that they embrace their African sides. Okay, I love that. And they did deliver. The DJ, welcome our music taste. Like everything was just super cool, super friendly, and it definitely was a party on the boat. Experience. It definitely was a party on the boat experience. And we did have the opportunity to snorkel. We wanted to snorkel. Me and my friend didn't put the snorkeling gear on, but we did get in the ocean. So they open up the boat and we can hop in, or your life saver, or you can just hop in the water and just kind of swim around the reef area until the excursion was over with. And then they took us back to the resort. And I have to say that was I feel like that was one of my favorite days. It was, because even though we was tired, we was drained, we was out all day, we partied, we did so much that day. I like that I got to experience that as like I said, basically like a first time traveler. Because I got to really appreciate meeting people from like all areas of the world, like, well, not all areas, but different places of the world, and getting to talk to these people. And it just did like a culture shock to me that like this is what traveling is. And it kind of sparked the desire to want to travel more, and like educate myself. Because when you're in the same environment, you could really be closed-minded. And that's what it opened my mind, like, wow, there's so much more to offer. The world is your oyster. You do not need to stay in the same place if you choose not to. And there's other beautiful places to see where you may be treated better. That's just the truth, y'all. That's just the truth. And that's why one of the reasons why I like traveling. So when we returned, we did go out that night. I believe we did go out that night. We was tired, but we made it a mission to see this nightlife. So we took a little nap and changed into our clothes. I had on like Rasta colors, okay? I had like this netted, the green, red, and black. And yeah, I like that. The wardrobe I chose for this trip. I did. I like my wardrobe. And I did get a couple souvenirs. Yeah, I loved it. So we went to Lounge 27. So this was a local club lounge that was recommended by like the workers on the resort, the people on the excursion. So like there was multiple recommendations we took into account, but this was one that just kept getting mentioned. We was like, we gotta see this lounge. We do lounges all the time in Houston, so like this ain't nothing new to us, but at the same time it's new to us because it's a Jamaican lounge. And yeah, it reminded me of our lounges in Texas, but it was like it was great because like all the accents and the music, it was different, you know, like I said, Afro beats, reggae, they was playing it all. They was playing rap, so like, yeah. And then like I said, these clubs, if I didn't say it, but these clubs go all night long. If they say they close at 2, 3, they really close at 6. Just add on like 2 to 3 more hours, because they close when they wanna, when the DJ wanna close. That's when they close. And the workers, like, I low-key be thinking they don't break the whole time they working, because they just, some of them just chilling in the corner. They supposed to be watching the door, just chilling. Some of them just taking their little blunt, you know, they blunt breaks, and some of them were literally dancing with us. I thought like this was different. That part was different. Like, usually when you on the clock in the stage, you on the clock and you really can't get down how you want to. But they was able to get down how they wanted to. They was very welcoming and like had a very laid back energy in this club. And just like when it came to their service, just in general, like when they work, it don't really look like they working, because they just look like they're relaxed. Like I just have to say, they look like they're relaxed when they're working. So yeah, the club nightlife did not disappoint. And yeah, we stayed out pretty late, and then like I said, it wasn't a problem getting to the club, because we did set that up with our resort. It was safe. Day 3 was our like relaxation day. It was the resort, so we just kind of like did some of the activities. We saw a Michael Jackson performance.
Yes. Kick that leg up, Michael. Who's that? All right. Show them, girl. Kick that leg.
We chilled. We played beach volleyball. Chill by the pool. We met some more of the resort and vacationers. It was just like our relaxation day on the resort, because we had experienced so much yesterday and was out so long. We were just like, let's chill today. But I think towards the middle of the day, yeah, I recall the middle of the day, I did choose to go to the market. My friend was doing her thing, but I chose to go to the market, and I believe I got me some like shea butter. I'm always trying to get some shea butter, y'all. I wanted that. I guess it's just like it's a nice souvenir for me, and I want to see the quality of it. I want to feel the quality. I want to smell the quality, and I just want to be put on to some other products and from America. That's literally what it is. Like, I'm a naturalista. I'm trying to see what those natural products are like in different countries. And so I did recall getting some shea butter, and then no, not the resort, but the airport, the Jamaican airport, international airport, had oh my goodness, it was nice. It had like multiple little shops in there that sold local products and their lines. And then they had the people in there, you know, marketing it. So like I did invest in that Jamaican airport. I did. And I got me some real natural stuff. Like, it had no chemicals. I got me a nice little, it was probably like a full bottle, and it was very reasonable. I think it was like $7 for this full bottle of facial cleanser, and it had like turmeric in it. It had aloe vera. I was reading off the whole list, like no chemical whatsoever. Lemon stuff I don't see in America like that. And if I do see it, it costs like an arm and a leg to just get like 100% natural stuff in it. So I appreciated that airport. I did appreciate that airport. But back to day 3. So yeah, I did get a chance to try the jerk wings, street food, okay, and I got to try one of the fruits, mango. I had a big old mango. It was probably like half my freaking head. That thing was so big, so juicy, so sweet, and I was like, I don't even know if it's mango season, but this thing is different. This thing is different. This don't taste like no itty bitty mango that I had back home. Like this is elite quality. This is organic. Okay, fell off right off the tree, and I'm just chomping away. That thing was juicy, like running down my mouth. Day 4 was our last day before we go back home. And it didn't disappoint. So we did have to be up early again because we had our last excursion, and it was another catamaran snorkeling experience. But this one was like 3 hours long. The other one was like at the end of our long, excursion day, and it was like an hour long, I believe. So again, party on a boat. Okay, can't get enough of those. And it was when we set up again on, I believe, TripAdvisor or Vider. Very reasonable. I would say our biggest expense
was my resort stay and flight for 5 nights. It was $600 at Rio while splitting it with another person, and $500 for my flight at that time, May 2021. So it has risen since then, and so has some of the excursions we did, but excursion cost was about $250. So overall we paid about $1,300 for this trip.
They would prefer your American money, so that's one travel tip for coming to Jamaica. You can bring your American money, and they will accept it. They are bargain friendly. They speak English. They do drive on the other side of the road though, so y'all, they're driving is something else. Okay, they're driving is something else. It's kind of like they have their own little honk system when they come around these windy turns, and they might not see the other side. They have to honk to let them know, the driver know on the other side, that I'm gonna come around this corner, so don't crash in me. Like it was just like whoa. Very windy roads, so prepare for that. But like I said, they're driving in organized chaos that they know. They know how to drive it. I would not know how to drive in that. It would take me some time. Private driver options, we didn't get to partake in those because we mainly went through our resort. But yeah, you can totally get a private driver and take you to all these places, probably for a more reasonable price than like Uber. I think we only Ubered when we went back to the airport. That was when we set up Uber. Back to day 4. So day 4 was catamaran, snorkel again. They picked us up from the resort, and yes, they had all the rum punch. But we decided to really snorkel this time, and I'm glad we did. I'm glad we wasn't being scary, and we actually got all black booties up into that ocean water, okay? And we was one with the ocean. Me and my friend, we both Kansas, so like we have a love for water. We don't mind being in the water. It's just that when you away from water for so long, you can't forget how to swim. You can forget how to be in peace in the water. So I think that's what we was going through. Like I probably haven't been in the water for a whole year, Usually in the summertime, that's when I'm in the water the most. And yeah, we prepared ourselves. We got our snorkeling gear on, and we hopped in that ocean. And we was very surprised what to see, because it's both our times snorkeling. So like, that's what made the experience also great and exhilarating, because it's like we doing something we never done before and never thought we would do. You know what I'm saying? I never just sat around and be like, I want to snorkel one day. But yeah, look, given the opportunity, I did it. So yeah, we saw the fishies and everything. It was like an underwater little cave too. I mean, you couldn't see through it because it was just dark. It's dark, you know, in the ocean. So, but our camera, what I do recommend if y'all doing a snorkeling excursion is get the waterproof camera bag so you can literally film with your phone camera because, you know, it's sealed in the bag. So that's what we did. We had it around our neck. And then, like I said, it was really safe. Like, even if you don't know how to swim, there was people that just got in their lifesavers and was being pulled around by the tour guide. So eventually, I had want to get some exercise, so I had jumped in first and was just swimming in the ocean, but then my arms got tired and I started doggy paddling, and so I had to join the tour guide to come and get me because I got tired, y'all. Swimming is an exercise, okay? Swimming is a full body exercise. They do not lie about that because, man, I felt it everywhere. So he came and got me and was pulling me with his strong self, okay? They strong. Those the people that work on the water excursions, I have so much appreciation for them because, like, they're in the water so much around the salt water too, and like they know how to work these boats. Like, I have so much admiration for that. Like, they know how to work these boats. They know how to hook these boats up, push these boats, like push people, like save lifeguards. Like, yes, they about that life. They really just brave people to me. So that was fun. And so that schedule, like I said, was like 3 hours. So after that, we returned back to the resort with our shuttle. We went out with a little bang. So we decided to go to Margaritaville. Oh, I forgot, y'all. So Margaritaville, we went to twice. Margaritaville was part of our excursion as well. The catamaran had stopped at Margaritaville because they're Margaritaville and Montego Bay. And it's like a pier club. It looked like that. It's built on like a pier, and it has a slide. It has 2 levels. The top level is like definitely like a pier platform. The bottom level is more like, you know, you can sit in the chairs, lounge a little bit. It has the bar, dance floor. It was different. Like, I had never danced on no pier before, so like it was outdoorsy type of club. So we went there in a day with our excursion. You know, it wasn't really bumping like that, but there's people eating there, you know, just chilling with their families and stuff. But when we went there at night, it was a whole different like scene. I was like, am I still at Margaritaville? Because we went here earlier and it just seemed like more like a family environment. We go at night, it bumping. And the thing with Jamaicans, like I said, they know how to party. And they're not afraid to dance. These are some choreographers, y'all. These are some choreographers. Like, they would get in a row and start. Coming out nowhere, busting the same moves in coordination, in formation. So I was trying to learn a couple moves out there, a little wine and dine, okay? That was so cool to me. So yeah, they some dances, y'all. So like, yeah, get your. It makes you want to get your game up on your dance moves because they will definitely break out in some step up dance battle real quick. Okay, step up dance battle action real quick, and put you in your place. Okay, with your American moves. Look, them Jamaicans know how to get loose with it. So that was amazing last, night. And yeah, we was out late again and we came back to the resort. It was packing and yeah, we left. I believe we had like a morning, afternoon kind of flight. So we had enough time to get breakfast and yeah, get back on the plane. And it was the type of departure where it's like, I wish I stayed longer. and like, and it's a departure that's still, it's calling me back. It's calling me back. Like, y'all, my sister, come back to Jamaica. We appreciate you. And that's how I felt, and I hope y'all feel that way if y'all choose to go there. And just take into consideration, you know, the tips and excursions that I shared with y'all. And, you know, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me or ask me any questions y'all have about Montego Bay. And yeah, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for my next travel video because it's gonna be coming real soon, y'all. Where y'all think I'm going next? All right, I'm out.